Alright, so I just finished Metroid Prime 4 and I have so many thoughts on it. Where do I even begin? Okay, so let's start with the good. First off, this game is absolutely gorgeous. Undoubtedly the best looking game Nintendo has ever put out. And secondly, I think that the new psychic abilities in this game are really cool, particularly like the control beam that they do a lot of really fun puzzles with. And lastly, I think that the bosses in this game are absolutely amazing. They lean a lot less on the puzzle aspect like the previous games did, and lean more into the actual combat skill side of things, which makes them a lot more fun to fight. And now it is time for the bad, and oh boy. Alright, let's start with the companion characters, because these guys have been getting a lot of flack online ever since the final trailer for the game dropped. And honestly, they're not that bad. Now, don't get me wrong, they are bad, but I think a lot of the hate for them comes from their horrendous first introduction that was shown in the final trailer and at the beginning of the game. Because once you get into the game proper, you meet Mackenzie, who is just the most generic, nerdy character ever. He is constantly spitting out the most corny Marvel lines the entire time you're with him. And he's with you for the entire first area of the game. And even once you get into the main open area, he's constantly bugging you, reminding you to check your map and telling you where to go. It is just the absolute worst. Now, as you get farther into the game, you do meet more companion characters and they start to bounce off of each other a lot in conversation. And at that point, they do become more tolerable, but they're still spouting out some very generic, corny lines. And lastly, I want to talk about the level design, which is probably my biggest gripe with this game. Level design in Metroid is very complex and maze-like, but in this game, it's super linear and straightforward. So much so that I pretty much never opened my map during my playthrough of the game. Now, the game is still fun to play, but it ends up feeling more like Zelda than it does Metroid. This game just doesn't know what it wants to be. It starts as this Zelda Metroid-like game and then kind of spirals off into this epic sci-fi action-adventure, and the ending is just so off-the-wall bonkers that I'm still trying to process it even as I record this. I have a lot more thoughts about this game, so if we can get this short to 1,000 likes, then I'll consider doing a full breakdown video on this confusing mess of a game.